ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to map 2 of the second best of 3 that we're bringing you this evening on Endpoint TV. It is, of course, the continuation of Endpoint series against No Limit Gaming in the Flashpoint European Closed Qualifiers. Surreal is going to kick this pistol round off on Vertigo with a very nice headshot, and well, it's going to be up to the Germans to try and defend. Shadow will reply of one of his own, and Cello able to deal the damage as well, but Thomas swings round the corner. 2 massive Glock headshots, and that leaves us in the late round 2 versus 2 situation. Lecker planning on going through that window, but Thomas is ready and waiting. Headshot found, and it's all on the AWPer of Shadow to try and force a situation out of this crossfire. The shoulder peek baiting through from Thomas, trying to bait these shots out right now, and the movement, it has to be perfect. Shadow, oh, he's found the first head. This has really opened up potential. Mighty Max now just playing for time. Oh, the Glock has been acquired, but the headshot has landed. The kit is in Shadow's hands. The time is there for the clutch, and he's pulled it off. Well, it was an intense affair, an overtime affair on Train. And the side who ended up victorious, No Limit Gaming, have continued things with the pistol here on Vertigo. This is their pick in both series that Endpoint have played today. They picked Train and had Vertigo picked against them. In the first one, they lost Train and won Vert, and they lost Train in this series as well. Down a little bit low, but this ramp progression is actually working out for the CTs here. The MP7 does the work. Yes, Surreal is able to trade one out at least, but his teammates have all fallen down. And these FAMASs are getting aggressive. He's dealt with, and the second round is won by NLG. The full gun round now can occur from Endpoint. Oh, crucial. Able to find Shadow as he crosses over the ramp. And that gives the man advantage to Endpoint early on here. As Ekfan considers going over the window, and it looks like he will do so, but that sound cue is given away. Robin should know where he is and is able to come out ahead of that particular engagement. And now Endpoint have a little bit more room to maneuver. They choose to execute in towards the A bomb site. Flash is over and spray's going through, but the bomb yet to be planted. Aggressing through, but Robin deals with him. Ekfan in a position here. Could catch Thomas off guard, but looks like he was expecting the angle. Nonetheless, he will fall. Krieg recovered, and he continues to be a thorn in the side of Endpoint. But with the bomb down on A site and the sound cue given away of these retreating players towards B, it's evident that the first T-side round has been won by the British side. Surreal. Gonna be the first man on contact here. As Cello tries to go through the smoke, but the risk he taken yields no reward. But nearly eliminated on the B site, but Surreal can't quite consolidate the Krieg spray that much. Instead, it's Robin to get the second frag of the round. Utility deployed towards A as Endpoint begin to move up the ramp. Robin goes aggressive again and eventually is punished for it. The bomb is planted towards B, but again, NLG, a 4 versus 3 retake here with 2 players on the wrong side of the map. Not really worth their consideration. As they decide to eco yet again then. Endpoint will be picking up their second round here of the T side. And they will do so with 4 players left alive. NLG, you know they like to play conservative with their economy. Especially in the modern CS environment in which the frequency of gun rounds is much more, well, it's much more frequent to have a gun round in the current CSGO economy works than at any other point in CS. Ekfan in the window has actually Molotoved off late. I don't think he'll be able to get a frag now. Yeah, he's punished for that, but the Krieg is recoverable. Straight into the side, and oh, Shadow around the corner gets one with the P2, but the trigger discipline will not award him any more than that. Three rifles still up on the board for NLG, considering that they didn't buy up into this round. That is not terrible. They could have less to work with, but a B-side execute is being considered by Endpoint yet again. And NLG don't seem to have the players in position to defend. Adrian has to go big, will find one, looks for another, but Thomas is able to capitalize on the low HP player. The 2v3 retake considered for a moment, but with the falling of Cello, surely Lecker doesn't still consider this. One shot lands true with the FAMAS, but that's all he'll get as Thomas, with 2 of his own in the round, cleans things up and puts Endpoint in the lead. Full gun round still able to be brought out by No Limit Gaming, obviously because they actually took the full eco in the last one with the 3 rifles saved forward, so their money still good enough to contest here. Endpoint, this time keeping things slower. They know the full guns are available. Endpoint do eventually decide that A is the site they'd like to attack. Surreal, he's going to make a bit of a fake of things over here towards B. Oh, and Robin will find Shadow through the wall. Most important player for NLG in the last map removed from this round, and Adrian is playing, living dangerously with that smoke. And eventually is taken out by Max. Endpoint now storming onto the A bomb site. Bomb to be planted. Cello, nothing he can do about the situation. And Ekfan left all alone with that M4A4 over towards B is going to have to save yet again. And since the guns have come out for Endpoint, they have not stopped dominating so far. 4 in a row. Another gun round dismantled from No Limit Gaming. And potentially another eco on the cards. Well, considering that Endpoint have picked train twice and lost in overtime on it twice today, I think I've got a feeling that there's a certain amount of preparation that's been done here on Vertigo. When you look at their vert stats prior to this match, they played it twice and lost both times, and we do know that they've been boot camping for DreamHack Anaheim, so perhaps that's something they've been working on. Robin will secure himself one before the Pistols eventually take him down, and Max is the next man on point, straight through the smoke to try and find some kills. Won't be given any just yet. Ekfin on the stairs, has to stay still. Movement could mean his demise. And time begins to tick down now for Endpoint. They continue to take things slow up towards the A ramp. Shadow holding mid, got a great position, great one and done there to try and get one kill and salvage the rifle, but simply no players will be walking into his crosshairs as of yet. That one rifle is still up in the hands of Ekfin over towards the B-bomb site, going to be completely useless in this round as Endpoint decide to attack A. Well, the flashes go over, and now Surreal's the first man on point looking for kills, but not going to find much as he goes to stick the plant. Cello decides to try and contest, and Crucial ensures that that cannot occur. The body of Ekfin spotted out. That rifle now in danger. He has to retreat somewhat and save it forward into the next one as his remaining pistols just hold for exits and whatever salvage they're permitted to bring forward. A Krieg appears to be what Shadow can scavenge. He makes its way out of the site, and Adrian's USPS challenges for economic damage, but ultimately gets none. And the full gun round can come out now for the German roster. Shadow on his signature AWP that he used to great effect in the last map of Train. Utility deployed, Robin down to just 56. Excellent grenade landing straight at his feet, just going to chunk him away. Endpoint look like they're considering A yet again. Surreal up to his usual antics, lurking over towards the B site, but this time he's going to hold for rotations instead of attempting to fake an actual site attack. Actually, as he makes his way up those stairs, he's going to try and commit a little bit more, make a little bit more noise, but for now, Endpoint have yet to draw defenders away. Surreal using a very clever angle there, just seeing if anybody wants to hold out wide. No one will be doing so, and Crucial cashes Lecker with a molly in hand. Another frag to follow, and well, Surreal's watching the flank, but eventually he is dealt with. Cello begins to rotate round. Thomas deals with that situation swiftly, and again, No Limit Gaming are forced to consider the save. They retreat back towards B, and Endpoint pick up their 6th round in a row here on the T side of Vertigo. Well, they do pick up their 6th, and No Limit Gaming, really, they look kind of lost right now. I'm struggling to see why on earth they would have picked Vertigo, of all places. But they continue to contest. Double AWP's out now. Lekka on the glass cannon, and Adrian utilizes the gap in the sandbags absolutely perfectly. That's crucial down. And an AWP taken out of the hands of Endpoint. Ekfront gets the sound cue. He's aware that there's one towards mid and perhaps mistakes that for intention towards B. If that draws players away unnecessarily, it could be a problem. It doesn't look like it has done yet, but even with 3 on the site, NLG have still struggled to defend. Shadow opens things up the right way. The second frag in the round. Gifted to the Germans. The third, in fact, as Shadow from the boost rains down death from above. Surreal. He wants to get aggressive through the smoke here. And the flash is going to blind him temporarily. He's not going to be able to find much. Wants to go aggressive, but that AWP is waiting in the wings to deal some serious damage. And now that Max is down, Surreal's time is numbered. NLG, they will pick up their third round eventually. And they'll do so with a clean sweep. Thanks to that double AWP setup. Lekka will now be able to invest into himself and get some armor for the next round. Endpoint, still plenty of money left in the bank to work with. And actually, by surviving that with everyone left alive, NLG are building up a comfortable little safety pot for themselves. Endpoint continue. Take things relatively slowly on this T side. They're certainly favouring the slow ramp execute at the moment, and well, it's working out for them in all rounds other than the last. As they look to line up this utility and head towards the site once again. Smoke deployed onto the fire. And Endpoint wait to explode onto the site. No lurker this time, just all 5 players ready to advance. Adrian re-smokes for himself to give himself a better defensive position. Doesn't fall foul to the spam through the wood, but here's the issue, is that Thomas has been allowed to get straight to site, and he's actually found Adrian there. Surreal. He'll get one onto Lekka as well, and now that the bomb goes down in the A site, NLG have yet another question to answer. Do they want to attempt the 3v5, or do they save? And I think the answer has to be save here. Even though they've seemingly been saving every round, something just clearly isn't working out for them at the moment. Just getting absolutely trounced on this A site. Endpoint pick up 7 then. And they look to extend their lead simply as this half continues. Their bank beginning to look very healthy, I reckon. Yeah, one more round victory with 4 or 5 players left alive. Probably don't have to worry about money for the rest of the half. And that creates a huge problem for NLG in terms of trying to create a momentum shift. Because it essentially means that their opponents just aren't going to be on eco, ever. Once again, Mighty Max heads towards A, but the rest of the side this time consider B. As the time continues to tick down, the utility begins to be deployed. The rotations are called in. The heads have to be hit by Ekman here, and he does get at least one, but the Flames need him to get back into sight, but those grenades just trample him. He's got no hope of surviving that engagement. Cello, the next closest man, but he has nothing to say about the fact that this bomb has gone down. Spray through the smoke will allow Lekka to reply to Crucial's initial AWP pick. That leaves us in a 3v3 situation, but these CTs are falling down left and right. Crucial gets one with the AWP, and Thomas cleans up the rest with the Krieg. 8 on the board for Endpoint. Oh, the close mid-engagement. Cello holding the angle. Has to go big here. Finds a second. If he can get a third, that's nasty. Ooh, he's just decimated this round. Two versus 4 situation thanks to the aggressive mid-hold. Excellent read from NLG. Thomas tries to do what he can, but it's not going to be much. Surreal in the 1 versus 4. We know he has the potential. Flames really eating up some of his time here, but he's even going to stand in them and take some damage. They spread straight into him. Pops out the grenade to try and do anything with that third Molotov. Well, you've got to feel sorry for the guy. Oh dear, Surreal. Wherever he looks, just fire and brimstone to meet him in his wake. NLG, they pick up 4 on the CT side here, and 3 more rounds in the half, including this one. They look to recover some momentum. Oh, Surreal eliminated early. Ekman removing him from proceedings. First rather than last this time. Shadow with the AWP. Too quick for Endpoint. Thomas goes down. The follow-up grenade tags Crucial. And this time Endpoint want to consider the A attack, but can only do it with 3 players alive. The wall of smokes is up to defend, but the bomb can't slip through. There's a gap, a misplaced smoke, and that means that Endpoint aren't able to put down the bomb. 2 versus 5 now as these riflers are in ever-increasing danger. Crucial, the last left alive, finds one as the smoke dissipates, but has a lot more work to do if he wants to call this round a victory. Decides to aggress. Every step he takes, the more angles from which he's exposed to these opponents. Finds the first frag, but the follow-up player is simply there. Lekka is able to clean him up, and NLG, they begin to arrive on the scoreboard in a tangible way. Oh, Crucial. Misses the AWP shot there. The slightest of gaps in the smoke, almost costing Adrian his life, but he's allowed to escape. Double AWP now on the CT side, which is worth a note. Lekka has got one of the big green guns in his hand. Adrian trying to play close and aggressive. Very risky. Shadow's able to trade him out at least, but that's the A-bomb site fairly open now. Outside of that second AWP. Leko from within the site needs his teammates to arrive. Ekfun is playing the long game right now, waiting for commitment before he arrives. So much utility is just pouring into A right now. Surely this is the target. Cello will go down through the smoke. Robin gets tagged, but NLG know they just have to get out of here at this point and try and save the rifles. Yet again, Endpoint guaranteed 9, but they will be pushing double digits here to try and send us to Mirage. Limited amount of hunting occurring from Endpoint, but their money isn't the most solid. They'd rather be able to full buy up into the next. They would have been able to do anyway, but you never know. Might as well save the rifles instead of needlessly giving away an AK. Double AWPs again brought out by the Germans. As they look to be as competitive as possible here on the CT side. It was their stronger half of Train. Shadow on the angle. Smoke dissipates at the right time. He's able to find the shot. Leka with a secondary AWP, and Adrian on the close angle, denying this from Endpoint. Access to the A-bomb site denied. Robin does manage to get one onto Adrian, who's on low HP, but Shadow is there with the trade, and Surreal is left to pick up the pieces. A minute left on the clock. And it's the last round of the half. He will be taken down. So Thomas leading the way for the side of Endpoint here. Shadow and Cello in charge of the fragging for No Limit Gaming. The score in this best of 3 series is currently 1-0 to NLG, who claimed victory on Train in overtime 19-17. Now we're on map 2, which is NLG's pick of Vertigo. Thomas on point with the pistols, lands the opening shot. They all fall in quick succession. Is able to get one on the entry though, and Mighty Max is super low. This is doable. Robin checks for a quick flank before reaffirming his sights onto this A area. Surreal. He's even going to think about flanking here. He certainly has the info that if there's a B attack on the cards, it's coming from mid, not from stairs, and Robin holding that angle. Anticipate the air attacks come in. Mighty Max falls early due to the headshots and more tags being distributed onto Thomas, but Robin waits in the wings with the USPS, drops the bomb carrier. Now NLG have to commit to the A-bomb site. There are simply no other options. Thomas gets another frag for himself. Attempted replies here from the German organization. Adrian will get one, but Surreal is able to reply, and all of a sudden Cello, in the 1 versus 1 situation, has the P250 to hand, and his opponent has the kit. Time available. Should he go for the plant? And Surreal, he's trying to take this gunfight right now. Cello, with the P250, is able to land the shot in the end, though. And NLG, they will pick up 7. The second pistol goes their way on their map pick here. pistols now for Endpoint. They obviously have to eco in the second round situation. And all three pistol players from Endpoint right now stacked up towards the slope. Look to find some damage. Thomas, he'll get 2 quick kills with that P250, but he's afforded no more. As NLG put themselves just 1 round away from tying up the scoreline here on map 2. No warps available on the CT side, nor the T for that matter, as Cello sticks on the Galil. Utility damage is heavy here. Onto NLG. They certainly suffer. Mighty Max gets aggressive, and he's even able to convert that into a kill onto Lekka. Which leaves us in the 4 versus 5. Ekfan having a lurk over towards B. His head will be jump peeked by Surreal. He wants to aggress back into this, but I think that smoke might ward him off. Now he realizes there's a little bit of a crossfire, perhaps hunting for this frag the most efficient course of action. He walks back down towards A, and NLG, they rejig their sights. It becomes apparent that perhaps A bomb site is the target. Cello up mid finds one before Thomas is able to reply. 3 versus 4 situation. Thomas just on 10 HP. Shadow able to find the first, and he's re-engaging here. He could quite easily catch a stray bullet, and he does just that. Shadow gets the double, and the bomb is actually planted slightly deeper into the site this time. Flash goes up to try and defend the escape, but Robin is able to find Ekfan. The lineup is just not good enough, and all of a sudden it's Shadow left alone in the 1 versus 2 situation. 2 flashes to his name, but perhaps not the ideal plant position as they peek ramp, spot him immediately at Endpoint. They pick up double digits. Well, Endpoint, that's the way to start that round. Surreal just takes out Ekfan straight away. No chances for you. This wallbang could actually work out from Robin as well. Lekka tagged very low down. Shadow decimated down to just a 46 as well. The amount of damage being dealt is absolutely insane. Oh, Mighty Max is able to find one. Cello can reply with that AK, but he's upgraded now, and Lekka falls to. Adrian, though, may actually have the answer. Thomas, engaging towards mid, has to find Cello here. An important engagement, and does so, and that isolates the last remaining terrorist. Surreal takes him out, and Endpoint put up 11. Obviously looking much stronger on Vertigo than they are anywhere else at the moment. Surreal again, looking to get aggressive towards the B stairs here. This time, though, not afforded the gifts he was last time. Or not, as it seems. Ekfan crawls straight into his sights and is quickly dealt with. This pistol round soon starts to fall apart from NLG. Cello will get himself a deagle headshot. Look for another one, but can't convert. Adrian can hear the encroaching players and they deal with him quickly. Endpoint, a swift anti-eco to put them on 12. Well, the gun round can now come through from the German side. Grenade does go down on ramp, but doesn't deal very much damage, at least initially, as NLG, they're playing passive. They're sort of expecting the aggression here, and well, if they're set up properly for it, they could capitalize big time. Robin tagged down to 60. Adrian falls. Thomas goes down initially, but Mighty Max, he is able to keep things in Endpoint's favor. Robin now knows that he doesn't need to progress into mid and hunt those frags. He can play slightly more passively. As NLG must reconsider. They decide that, well, first of all, we've got to recover the bomb. Second of all, we've got to put it somewhere. Now, we do have a little bit of mid control, but we're going to have to come up into some gunfights pretty soon if we want to get onto a bomb site. That flash from Mighty Max, that should let you know that a fight is quite literally just around the corner. B will be the site that's aggressed into. There is a player in the form of Surreal on the staircase waiting to shut it down, but he's just been taken out of proceedings. Molotov does land, and Robin catches the player. Ekfan, committed to planting, can't do much else, and in fact, the defuse can actually just be sticked here. Lekker's position has been spotted out. He just has no time to get in and deal with this unless he lands a nice headshot, which unfortunately he cannot. Endpoint pick up 13. They decimate the economy of No Limit Gaming, and they take us one step closer to Mirage, ladies and gentlemen. Just 3 rounds needed to take us to a decider, whereas NLG require 5 just to tie things up. Utility limited. They're about to eat. I was about to say they were going to eat a grenade, but it doesn't place well enough. A smoke down on the site. Could buy a little bit of room, but Surreal, he's AWPing this time over his teammate of Crucial. Perhaps it's because he's getting those quicker B spawns. Lecker pushing around the corner, spots out Mighty Max in the corner, who deploys a Molotov to defend himself, but surely he's not long for this world as Crucial goes down elsewhere. Has been allowed to escape into the site, though. And therefore should be able to respond. 20 seconds left on the clock now. NLG, they simply have to commit to the A-bomb site. There's no time to go anywhere else. Adrian gets spotted out on the corner, and Robin should eventually deal with him as he's tagged down lower and lower, and with just 10 seconds left on the clock, a bomb still to be recovered. Lecker would do well simply to escape here. Finds a frag, but no more. Endpoint are on 14. The money again for NLG. Not looking great, but they appear to want to continue to contest each of these rounds. Surreal yet again finding these quick hits towards B. The Pistols trying to get something done, but really just getting shredded at the moment. Robin misses the jump, but it allows him to be in the right place to turn around and find Cello. Ooh. Shot from Surreal. Looking for a second one, but the AWP might be too risky to commit to. Ekfant has found him. Oh, and the second Deagle headshot as well. That's an opening into the B bomb site. Rotations now have to come through. Robin gets one though, and that leaves Shadow alone. The grenade. Nothing he can do about it. And Shadow, he's actually put this into a clutchable position. 5 HP is all that he has, however. Has he guessed the position right? Mighty Max is going to pop his head up the window. Shadow unpeaks at just the wrong moment, and Max now has the only angle he needs here. He can just hold this. Oh, but he's repositioned. Crept back down the ramp. And this 1v1 gets all the more tense. The bomb, it's going to be recovered here by Shadow. And Max, he's just going to creep his way down this ladder. Stay ever so quiet and not let Shadow know his position. Now Shadow, he's going to move into this B bomb site and put something down. But look at this. Max, he actually thinks it might be A. He moves around to the ramp, and with the time left, he knows it has to be back on B now. The bomb is being planted, but the player keeps those steps quiet. Sound cue given away, and headshot is found. Max is able to clutch things out, and Endpoint are put on to map point. They look increasingly likely to stay alive in this series. Double AWPs brought out by Endpoint. They want to end things, and they want to end it now. Surreal and Max, nothing left in the bank to invest into. Crucial and Robin don't have much to sing home about either. Adrian is going to be the first man on contact with that Krieg, the flash. He's going to allow Max a little bit of room to maneuver. He's going to try and get the frags here. Spots out the close barrel of Shadow, but can't do much about it as it finds his teammate. All of a sudden, things fall apart here. Max knows that he could get flanked soon. Robin has found a frag elsewhere. And Max, he could get caught out here. Robin, he's good for more. Max has found yet another one. And all of a sudden, this is a 2 versus 2 situation. He's found another headshot. The round has fallen apart. Cello left in the 1 versus 2. Has to creep into the site. Utility being deployed. Steps on ramp given away. Cello knows that he's got a bomb to pick up, and the problem is that that bomb is on the ramp. Robin on the close angle, ready to engage, and he does land the headshot, ladies and gents. Endpoint will take the second map, and we are going to Mirage. That is confirmed. If you've enjoyed the casting, you can